Hey guys, it's Charlene. I did this video of like a burn kind of look. You can either make it your own, like a zombie, just do the same effects and do it on the other side. But if you want to see how I did this look, go ahead and keep watching. Okay, so I'm just taking liquid latex. I'm going to open that and take the sponge that it came with, and I'm just going to place the liquid latex on the sponge and then apply it to one side of my face. It does have like a chemical smell to it, so if you're not used to it, it is kind of harsh. And it kind of, like the fumes kind of burns your eyes. So just be aware of that if you've never used liquid latex before. And this is just one layer of the liquid latex. And I'm just taking cotton balls and I'm going to place it on my face in random places. And then just start, I kind of let it dry a little bit and then I started pulling them away. And some places like they stuck, and then I just used whatever excess that came off. I placed it in other areas. I took some more liquid latex, placed it over that. Like the latex that was on the sponge, like everything kept getting stuck to it. So it's definitely best to buy like the wedges, so just so that it's not sticking, because that sponge has like little tiny designs in it. And then I definitely did work in sections just so that it was easier for me to plan to where to place certain pieces. Like that's just a cotton pad that I separated and then I cut in half. And then another layer of liquid latex.
Are you crazy? Hit him with what?
Just meet me at my porch at midnight. Oh, and
Meanwhile?
whatever you do, don't fall asleep.
I would definitely buy a bigger bottle of liquid latex if you're going to do effects like this. It does take a lot of the product, so it's more likely to buy more just so that you have more to use than try to spare what you have. Then I'm just taking a fine point tweezer and pulling at the little pieces of my skin to put holes. And be very careful when you do this because you can pinch yourself. Then I just pulled at the skin around my cheeks, my nose, and my forehead. The camera kept whiting out my face. And I kept tugging at certain parts of my face because I wanted to have that like ripple effect of how like burned skin looks, of how it bubbles out. I didn't want it to be like smooth and even. I wanted it to be like ripply and uneven and disgusting. And I'm just taking the Maybelline Fit Me foundation powder, and I'm just using a Real Techniques brush and patting that all over my face. Because I would have used foundation, but I didn't really want like wet foundation on top of what I already placed, so I just used the powder. I mean, you could definitely use foundation or face paint or whatever you'd like. I just did this method with the powder. And I'm just taking a small angle brush and using that Wet n Wild palette and taking the maroon and filling in, placing them where I put the holes in my face. I'm sorry the camera cut off, I did not notice, but that's what I did. And I just mixed the maroon, brown, and a little bit of the black, and I was going in between the holes, like kind of pushing underneath of the latex and then around the latex.
Both come out, you whack
And I just took that fluffy blending brush and using the same colors to go over and around the latex, just to make it look like my face is bruised. And I really tried to blend it out towards my hairline so you couldn't really see any spaces. And then I just kept going back and forth with the angle brush and then the fluffy brush, defining all the places that I wanted it to be defined. I mean, this is something you can really work on yourself, of what you like, what stands out for you. It took a lot of time to blend all that out. Like, I didn't want it to be patchy or blotchy, like just a little bit of color here and a little bit of color there. I wanted it to be well blended and well rounded to where it actually looked like there was a bruise or kind of like a burn. And for my eye, I filled it in with the maroon color, and then I used a little bit of the brown, and then I go ahead and use the black to kind of darken where my crease is. And that's just what it looks like without the blood. And then I added a little bit of the lipstick a little bit later on, the Dynamite Red from Maybelline, just so that the skin didn't look completely plain. Then I'm taking the L'Oreal, and I think it's an infallible liner, lining my waterline. And then I'm gonna take the angle brush, use the maroon, smoke that out, bring it down, and then I'm gonna use the black and then smoke it out some more. And then I do tightline my top waterline. I just line my eyes basically. And then I'm using the Maybelline Falsies Lift Up Drama. Lift Up Drama, yeah. And then I just use that, coated my top lashes, my bottom lashes. And that's where I added the red lipstick. And I just used the sponge from when I used the liquid latex, the other side of it, and just patted it to blend it out just a little bit. Then I'm taking the fake blood, and then I used right where I poked one of the holes, I placed it, and I kind of poured a little bit in there just so that it could run on its own. and the wounds underneath could look like they were like fresh, I guess. And then I just took that same sponge that I used with the liquid latex, and I just blended it all over the place.
And if you see her in your dreams, be sure you never, ever scream.
And I just continued to place that wherever I thought that would be necessary. For me, I just wanted to be like a burn look. I wasn't really going for like a zombie look. I wasn't really going for like I wanted to do this more of like a burn patient, like somebody got burned in their face, and that's what I did. And I really liked how this turned out. I was really excited to do this. I mean, I planned this for a couple days, and I finally got all of the stuff that I needed, and this was the result, and I was really happy how it turned out. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this tutorial. I mean, you can take tips of how I did this, the effects of how I applied it, and make it your own. It's definitely something that you can work on, and practice makes perfect. I mean, there's 2 weeks to Halloween, so but thank you so much for watching. If you want to follow me on my social media, I'll be all down in the description below. I'll also link all the stuff that I use, like on this side of my face, and I just use, like I said before, I use the liquid latex and the vampire Halloween blood. Alright, well, thank you so much for watching, and if you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you, bye.